Well, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate every one of you whiskeytangofoxtrot fams. Today's video, wherever it falls into the slew of garage videos I have planned right now, is some suspension stuff. Got me a nice little shipment from L&W here, and honestly I've had these sitting here for a few. I'm terrible about doing garage projects, but I've had this plan for a while. As many of you know, the trailing arms on the Turbo R are terrible, and they need some help. So I've also got radius rods and tie rods. I'm not sure about the tie rods yet. I may not use them yet because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have before my next ride, and there's a whole slew of stuff that needs to happen once you change tie rods, alignment, all this other stuff. We'll see. You know, we'll get there. So for now, let's crack open this box, see what's in here. Oh, those are pretty. Those are pretty. Oh yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. Got a little bit of damage right there. That's all right though. Looks like from where they were pressing bearings and stuff in. I think these are interchangeable per side. These things are freaking beefy. Misalignment spacers. Sticker, of course, the best part. And here's the other side. Same type of damage. The good news though is you're not going to see that once it's on the machine. So, alright, so for this part I'm just going to time lapse a little bit. I'm not going to be able to finish this completely, obviously, because I have everything else to apart too. So I still need to get the trailing arms out. I still need to put the transmission back in, and then I'll button everything up. But I'll be piecing all these videos together bit by bit just to what makes sense, because there's so much going on right now. Anyway, so here we go. Alright, real quick, so there's two different spacers. The one that has kind of a bevel to it, that is for your heims, that's your uppers. And the one that is more squared off is for your lowers or for your uniballs. Hope that helps. So the torque specs for these, the inners are 52 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees. Based off my arm, that puts it around 100, 110, give or take. But if you have the ability to do degrees, do it. If not, then the outers are 132. That's a lot of dang torque, but big old bolts. So back at it. All right, radius rods are on, minus hooking them to the hubs because the hubs aren't on yet. Next in the box, trailing arms. See what these buddies look like. Oh man.
One eternity later.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. That's pretty. Start toe link delete, and misalignment spacers and some hardware. They're not light, that's for sure. Okay, that was exhausting. But here they are. They're nice and beefy. Yeah. Alright, putting these on by myself is going to be fun. But I have a plan.
I have a plan. You just have to trust me.
Trailing arm to frame, 133 pound-feet. trailer arms are on. Well, minus mounted to the hubs, of course, because the hubs ain't on. Now, you can see it starting to come together. I wanted to flow the blue, continue it down the body line into the lifted line on the back. So, I think it'll look good. And then, once I get everything else done, I'll be able to, oh, I have to push this one in, but in case you guys wonder, I'm doing this so I have more room to do the transmission. So, alright, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna throw the transmission in, which also means I gotta throw the skid plate on. And I also want to do the trailer arms before I do the skid plate. Just because there's a nice big hole right here. And while I don't think the transmission will fall through it, it doesn't help putting it back in if it's constantly leaning over into that hole. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll be back. Alright, I don't know where the heck I'm at in this process of videoing this, but I've hooked all this up. You saw me do this on the other side already. These brake lines though, anyway, the brake lines here, so if you hook them this way, which is the natural order of events here, we'll put these on here just to kind of show you how this so you put these two on here just like this, like how it's supposed to go. It moves the solid line on the back close to the axle, and you cannot move this over. You cannot move this one over to clip on here because it's a solid line. It doesn't bend, right? Now, if you flip this one around and then go the other way, you can move this inside the radius rod. You lose that hole because, once again, the metal don't bend, but you gain this hole. So you would basically have this done like this. Fasten it. So it would be like that, just with that flip. Now this, of course, is really, really close to the radius rod, instead of being on the inside of there. The instructions do not specify which way you're supposed to do it. I'm assuming you're supposed to do it the way the stock radius or the stock brake line is ran, with both of these facing this way, which I showed you loses the bottom clip and leaves the line kind of like dangling near the axle. Either way, if something breaks, you're going to lose the brake line anyway, but I'm not sure which way is probably the safest. I don't think the radius rod is going to hit the brake line this way, but even with it the other way, I don't think the brake line or anything else is going to move. I'm just worried about if I snap an axle, which is the most likely scenario, and the shaft of the axle like hits the brake line, it'll probably break it. I don't know. If you know, tell me, and I'll switch it later. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. I'm just gonna freaking figure it out. Anyway, back to the grind. Okay, this is what I settled for. I did the flip over method. I drilled another hole here just so this could hold this. And then this goes inside near the radius rod. But it's so much more secure. Like when it's back here, sorry, I know this is hard to see, but when it's back here, this part gets pinched by the bottom radius rod. And I don't want that to happen either. So this seems like the best choice. I've ran this through the cycle up and down, and you know, obviously the camber isn't set yet, so this rod's unadjusted. It's just kind of just sitting here. But I mean, it's got a 1/4 inch of clearance. I've ran it up and down through what would be the shock travel, and it doesn't move like this. It's not to say it can't move, but having this bracket attached really helps stop it from wanting to move out. And then I've also put this one here, which also stops it from wanting to move out. So I think this is the best option for right now. And I'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens. So, you know, it's the best I can do. All right, so got my son help me torque everything down. We got it back on the ground. I ran it in and out of the garage a little bit to get it settled. We put the skid plate under because I'm about to put it back on anyway. Changed the fluids, topped off the coolant. I ran it for about 30 minutes, and that's it. It went down about 2 inches, so seems about right. Oil's topped off. I'm gonna let it settle a little bit more and then check it again, but seems like it's okay so far. We did a very, very basic, like trying to get the rear kind of straight. It's definitely not straight right now. Need to do a few more adjustments. I'm freaking terrible at doing alignments. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, it's straight, and it'd be like miles off. So I'm gonna put a string on it, and then we'll figure it out from there. But eyeball is close enough for now, just to get it moving. And then I'm gonna button it up a little bit, and then I've still got everything loose. Even the toe link's still loose, so I can move stuff around pretty easy. But I need to also pull the front apart, because I haven't checked the alignment since I hit the tree, and I promise you it's probably a little bit off. I need to pull my steering wheel at some point, because this is straight. Like if you go by the sensor, a little left is straight for the sensor, and I assume, you know, that this shouldn't be cocked to the left if it's centered. So I think the steering wheel needs to be adjusted, and there's probably another way to do this. I have no idea. Like, I'm just gonna have to Google it, which can't really. These machines, you can't find much info on the electronic side of them. You can find stuff all day long on how to change out suspension parts and replace engines and do gear reductions and oil changes and change out axles and batteries. But when it comes to the actual electronics of these things, very few people post anything. And I'm assuming there's some Polaris grade electronic tools you can use. I don't know what they are. You know, I'm not a fucking dealer, but I'm sure they'd make my life a little easier. But I think this has to get pulled though and straightened, unless you have access to do it the electronic way, which I don't know. So we'll see. My wheels are mostly straight. I have a full lock to full lock turn, like one full turn each way, so I'm pretty sure that it's extremely close to being centered. I just need to fix the wheel. So, but like I said, I probably do actually need to align the front, especially if I'm gonna do the rear too, and after hitting the tree, I'm pretty sure it's off. So